Well, good evening and welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer. Tonight sponsored by Any Lab Test Now, and we are at the beautiful Long Timber Brewery in Monroe, Oregon. It's not really new. It's been around for a few years, but it's an amazing place. And I'm trying something different. I'm using my other camera lens here. So I'm going to take you on a little tour here and kind of show you what it looks like. So this is the place. And here you go. So they make their own beer here, and they have their own brewery. Most of the wood in here came from their mill, which is a mill out here in Monroe, Hull Oaks, where they brew and make some. In terms of timber, they cut some of the largest timber in the country. And I'm going to show you something else here. Oh, there's one of the men. How you doing, man?
Doing good.
I'm going to show them the room. What's this room called?
This is called the Back 40. We got a sign right there. It says Back 40, and it's for events. In normal times, we rent it out and it holds about 40 or 50 people. So
tell them who you are.
I'm Todd Nystrom, by the way.
You're kind of the owner.
Yeah, I'm the owner. Yeah, well, my wife is the co-owner, so I can't say I'm the total owner. So.
And so here's this room, you guys. So this is a room where you can fit a party. You could do a banquet or something.
Yeah, something like that. A Christmas party, reunions, anything.
Where did you? I mean, you guys just outdid yourself. I mean, seriously, it is absolutely beautiful. Did a lot of this wood come from your mill?
Yes, like 90% of it came from our mill, and it's good. A lot of people don't totally understand what we do, and we wanted to kind of have a showcase place that showed, how beautiful wood actually is, and what good it does for people, not just massacre. You hear the bad stuff about just out there. We're a bunch of axe wielding ogres or something, but we're not. We're making a product that's very nice, and a lot of this stuff goes all over the United States.
So let's go upstairs so we can get an overview, you guys. So again, it was Hull Oaks Lumber Company, and they cut some of the largest timber in the country. And up until 2000, what was it?
13.
Up until 2013, it was steam. It was all operated by steam.
That's
correct.
Is
that the only one in the country, right?
Yeah, at the time, yes, it was. Except for there was a place in Northern California that did a few wine crates, but they didn't run steady like we did.
So you guys, check this out. So tell them about this right here, the trees.
The trees, yeah, we had a local Jackson City metal worker, J&S Industrial, make that for us. And what's that? Jazz Industrial. Yeah, J&S, Jazz. They're at Jackson City, but yeah, they have a little one of those machines that do the CNC machines that do the.
So introduce yourself.
I'm Amy Nystrom. I'm Todd's wife.
So this has been a blast, I bet.
It has been. It's been fun. Yes.
Learned it's stressful the last year, but other than that, it's been really fun.
Yes, yeah.
So let me show them over here. So you guys, Todd, I want you to tell people about. Okay, so you guys, so those chains.
Yeah, those chains.
See the chains, guys, right here.
They're holding up the logs. Those are actually on the were on the conveyor that went to the wigwam burner from however long they've had it there. 50, 100 years, whatever, but we dismantled part of the chains and we trying to find a use for them, so I figured they can hold logs up. So, and the saw that you see there, it's sitting on top of the logs. It actually came off our head rig in 2018. We just took it off the head rig, and I said I need a saw, so they were glad to oblige.
So I'm hearing, because people are commenting here.
Yeah,
I'm hearing you have the best root beer ever.
Oh yeah, we do make our homemade root beer too. So yeah.
So you guys, this is such a cool place. Oh my gosh. So you guys, one of the things we're gonna do, I'm gonna come in here with you.
Okay.
So one of the things we're gonna do is give away 2 gift certificates two $50 gift cards. And so what you need to do is go like the Any Lab Test Now Eugene Facebook page, and then tell them why you want them, why you deserve them. And we're going to talk to them in just a minute. They're sponsoring our show tonight, Stephanie and Adam, with they love restaurants. And my wife and I came out here like 2 weeks ago, and when Benton County was open and we were closed, we came to Benton County. And then we walked in and I went, holy moly, I got a place for Stephanie.
There you go.
So you guys make your own beer too?
Yeah, we make our own beer. We have a brewmaster. He's a young man in his mid-30s, and he does a good job. He's been working at other places till we hired him full time for us. So he's working in Albany for Vallis.
So you guys, this little place up here, so let me show you something. So this is like kind of like overflow. Well, there's places to sit up here. But then when non-COVID time, see, that's a bar right there.
Yeah.
So you can sit up here, have a beer, look over the edge and wait for your table. Or you can come over here and check out the brewing and the beer making. So tell people about that. That's probably quite the venture.
Yes, it is. We had to hire a beer consultant from up by Battlegrounds where he lives, but it's Mark Martin with Northwest Brewing Consulting, or I can't think of it. Yeah. So he got us hooked up with all the equipment, what we need, a 10-barrel system, and then we hired a brewer. He helped us hire a brewer that knew what he was doing. So he has a little test. So he gave all these brewers a test, a written test. So 50 questions, and he passed it with flying colors. So that's why we said you're hired if you want the job. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you, and I don't. The first time I go to a brewery that's not very old, I don't think they're going to have very good beer. And you guys, I'm not lying. You have really good beer.
Yeah, we get that a lot, which is good.
Right, you want to have good beer, good root beer,
root beer, good everything.
And so, tell us about the wine, because there's kind of a connection with the wine here too.
Our daughter owns a vineyard, Sweet Earth Vineyards, and she was doing wine tasting at her own place, and then when we started this, we decided to do a wine bar for her, and we can do wine tastings here. So it kind of just helps her sell a little more wine, kind of a win-win.
Somebody on here, Christine, says, went to the grand opening, absolutely drop-dead beautiful decor.
Oh, thank you.
The quality of the craftsmanship is amazing at your place. Yeah, I just want you guys to see how, and you guys, what I really like about this is you really went into detail. And you guys, normally, of course, there's more chairs and tables up here, but we are, we're in this COVID thing.
Right.
So there's more tables, lots of pictures around here of the mill and stuff that you can look at while you're walking around and waiting like you're in a museum. And also have outside seating in the front and the back. And we got Stephanie and Adam downstairs. We're going to go talk to the chefs too. So I'll ask them those questions. Oh, you guys, so check out, the bathrooms are very friendly. We have Jack's, Jill's, or whatever. So everyone is welcome in the bathroom. I love that. And then there's stuff like this hanging around. So here, I'll show you that. Here we go. So here's some of their outside seating in the back. Normally they don't have the tent up, of course. So you can go there, and then I gotta go to the chefs first. We'll get to Adam. Can you guys go grab him for me?
Yeah, I'll grab him.
Guys, here's the kitchen area. Go ahead, just walk right through. It's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
So come over here. So you guys did something a little unusual with chef. You hired 2 chefs.
Yeah, we did co-chefs instead of one. And one of the guys, Tim, he's a smoker. He does all the smoking of the meats, and here they come.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. So introduce yourselves. Get close together so I can get you both in there. So introduce yourselves.
We're the co-head chefs of Long Timber Brewing Company. I am Tim Knabel.
And I'm Mark Schuhart.
So what were you guys trying to do with your menu here?
We wanted to kind of recreate like a log camping chuck house kind of thing with just a modern twist on it, using fresh ingredients from scratch.
Yeah, a lot of local food. Try to best, we kind of, I guess motto here is elevated comfort food in the heart of Monroe. So we kind of want to like take really simple food everybody can understand, just kind of bump it up to the next level. You know, keep it really simple.
So what do you love about being in this place? It's got to feel good. I mean, you're helping a town a lot.
And it's gorgeous. We get to help the community. We have regulars that come in at least 3 times a week just to chit chat and hang out, have some food.
And you guys aren't new to cooking. You've been telling kind of your little resumes here.
We both worked at King Estate Winery for a few years. I did 3, he did 5. From there, we went over to the Eugene Country Club for 2 years, I believe. Mm-hmm. And then we were introduced to Todd and Amy, so this kind of fell in our laps, luckily. So
people say your potato salad is to die for. Service is wonderful. They kind of like you guys.
That kind of took us by surprise. It was way bigger than we ever expected from the beginning. So that was kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
But this being the first restaurant that we've ran and our first menu that we've come up with, that's kind of all our own.
Okay, we have one request. They want the hot deck sandwich back.
Someday.
Okay, you heard it, Michelle. They promised. Michelle Sheets, they said the hot deck sandwich will come back someday. They're just trying to tease you. I know they are. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no. Okay, great. And they, well, look. Oh, we got to show them this room. Okay. You guys, I'm kind of having fun with this new way of doing it. I have to carry my computer around, but oh my gosh, I can get so much better video. Look at this. This is the little wine room. This is where my wife and I got to sit, and they were really, really busy. And we got to come in here. All right, you guys, come here. Hi, Adam and Stephanie.
Hello.
Okay, hold on. We'll get this here. Okay. So Adam and Stephanie own Any Lab Test Now Eugene. And we decided, a couple months ago, instead of going to the lab and poking people with needles, we'd start going and having dinner. Mm-hmm. Because people kind of dig restaurants.
Yeah.
So you guys you're doing something with our friends here. What are we going to do?
Yeah. So 2 $50 gift certificates. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we'll raffle them off on our page just to keep it simple.
And they have to pick them up at our lab.
So we'll do 2 $50 gift cards. You guys go on Any Lab Test Now Eugene and just like the page and then put why you should win and make it good. I mean, we're going to be picky here.
We're going to dissect it.
Right, we're going to dissect it and see what's going on. So you guys, when you started this, did you ever dream this would be what it's turned into?
Well,
Not this big, I know.
not my wife. I mean, I kind of had, I got visions of grandeur kind of thing. So
Well, you cut big logs.
yeah, we cut big logs.
You name your company large timber, like your restaurant long. So everything's big. Size matters.
Yeah,
huh?
size matters, absolutely. always.
So you had big dreams and
Yeah. We wanted to kind of, try to put Monroe back on the map too. I mean, there's other things. There's a lot of good things happening here. So we wanted to be one of the good things that happens here. And like I said, they got the library and they got housing developments and they got this and then everything's just kind of come along here. And we just don't want the town has to change or die. So we want to change for the better. So.
And the library is an interesting story too.
Yes.
Because a local family, give them. You don't have to give names. But just give like
like an older gentleman that grew up at Irish Bend. I think they're part of the Gray family. But yeah, they actually started Salishan and part of Sun River and Oregon Chain. I mean, they're just kind of business people that
did really well.
His brother did really well, and he gave quite a bit of money to the library and. It threw him over the top to make it happen. So it's like a $2.5 million capital expense there. So
and like if I go back 25 years to Monroe, it was kind of a sad little town.
Yeah, it was. I mean, some people liked it that way, which is fine, But it's just then people get older, and then new people come in, and they just don't want the same things the older people do. And we just want to make it a joyful place for everybody. Try to be inclusive.
And that library was like a catalyst that really got.
A little bit. It kind of got things rolling a little bit, so that it did. It did.
And you guys are helping Benny's Pizza.
Yeah.
If you ever want pizza, Benny's Pizza.
Yeah, across the street there. Yeah. I mean, hardly anybody goes to a strip mall to eat pizza, but it is the best pizza in the state of Oregon.
Yeah. every time I say anything, they go, well, then go get a pizza. And it's like,
Yeah.
well, how much can I eat?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, good night.
Yeah.
So the mill's still running.
The mill's still running, and we cut timbers every day. We get a lot of interesting orders, and
Are you more specialty?
yeah, real specialty. You know, we cut things to order. When somebody calls us up and say, hey, we need this beam, you know, we say, okay, well, it'll be, 3-4 weeks and we'll get it for you, or a month or 6 weeks, whatever. Right now, lumber's kind of crazy, so it's hard to say when you get stuff.
I was going to ask you, like, how has COVID affected your business? That you're
Well,
you know,
here it's affected a lot. At the mill,
the
not
mill
so much.
business.
Not so much. Well, we got a lot of protocols we go through, but we never had an outbreak, which, I mean, I'm knocking on wood. Everybody hears me, I'm knocking on wood.
There's not
Yeah.
enough wood to knock on.
yeah. But we never had an outbreak here or the mill, so we were really blessed that way. I mean, because it could happen anywhere, anytime, any place, just the way it is. But the mill, we still worked through the whole time. It was kind of slow when it first happened because we didn't know what was going to happen. I mean, lumber was.
Did it stall?
It almost stopped. It almost stopped, and all the lumber mills, we kind of went through our stuff, and a lot of them applied for the PPP, and we did at times we didn't know what was going to happen. But then, probably 6 months later, the market started taking off. In the last 6 to 8 months, it's just been crazy. I mean, we're on a wild ride, and I can't explain to it exactly why it's happening, but it's a wild ride.
Yeah, because lumber prices are high.
Yeah. I mean, lumber and plywood both, they're just crazy, and you almost feel bad, but you just, I mean, because it's been the other way a lot of times too.
Yeah.
So you don't feel over guilty, but you do feel a little bit.
I saw a meme today, and it had an old Jaguar in a garage that was all covered in dust. And then there was 2 sheets of plywood next to it. And the meme said, I found 2 sheets of plywood in my garage today, hidden. Said nothing about the Porsche, the fancy car that was sitting there. It was all about those 2 sheets of plywood.
Yeah, it's kind of like the lady on Facebook that had a little baggie of toothpicks and said, we'll take offers. I know what I got, so.
So Stephanie and Adam, you guys tell these guys, but them also, what it is that you do. Because people ask me and I go, 8,000, I know the line, but what do you kind of what you guys do?
Well, so we are a place where people can walk in and get their blood work done without a doctor's orders. We provide that for them. So we practice under a doctor. She doesn't actually work there. So you can walk in and get any tests that you want. I mean, we can virtually find anything. We have had some pretty crazy things. So it's not just like your complete blood count or your cholesterol levels or, your STD testing. It's all kinds of crazy things. We've had a lot of different worms brought in lately.
Worms?
Yeah, lots of worms
Like
that people have
physical worms.
found, and they bring them in, and parasites. A couple people who've been in different countries, and so we do just all kinds of things.
Yeah, don't take your shoes off if you travel to a third world country.
Yeah, we Africa ones, and they told us not to do that.
Yeah, and be careful when you order kratom.
And you guys do any kind of shots like that for travel and things like that, COVID testing, that kind of stuff?
We do a lot of COVID testing.
We don't do the shots for the anti-parasitic shots for travel. We don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
We do injections, but they're vitamin injections. But we do a ton of COVID testing for travel. Do you want me to talk about our stuff now? Or?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, and I brought these, and I don't know if you, just to help people understand, but what we're doing right now is a lot of COVID for travel, but we're doing, we have a vaccine response panel. So if you've been vaccinated, you can actually come in and see where your numbers are from your vaccination.
I'll have to go do that. They just get
Yeah. So
what does that mean?
So basically, like if you come in and you get, it's called the vaccine response screen, and I don't know if you can see this, but you'll get a test that will show you what numbers the vaccine built up in you. So, for instance, I did it on my daughter who was vaccinated, and her test results came back greater than 250, which is the highest number that you can have. They stopped testing at 250. So if you're greater than 250, you're fully vaccinated, and the vaccination has worked for you. Now, of course, what we don't know is how long that number is going to stay at 250. But then, for instance, the immune response panel, which we've been doing a lot of, because myself included and Adam included, we don't want to get the vaccination until our own antibodies leave.
Because we got
both
COVID.
had COVID.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. So
In December.
in December, so for instance, my antibodies right now, and I brought my test with me, but says that I'm at greater than 250.
So that
Okay, so
makes
you're-
you, so it's a peace of mind.
Right. And so, I don't feel like myself on what I've read and seen that I want to put extra in
No, I
when my
agree.
body has it already.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people that are doing that whole thing. They're riding that line, like, I don't want to get vaccinated until, why
So you
get
have
vaccinated?
to.
Yeah.
Like a
We've
booster.
also seen people that have had COVID, tested positive for COVID, and then come in 6 months later and they don't have enough significant antibodies.
Mhm.
Or our
Yeah.
employee, so our employee had it, and that's kind of what started it all. And then
Yeah.
he got it, and I got it. His numbers are in the low 200s. Her numbers are in the hundreds. And we all had it at the same time.
Wow.
And Adam and her got very sick, and I didn't. And so it's just really interesting. And so
So
part of
your
it is
numbers,
just,
yeah, because your numbers are, and theirs aren't, and they got really sick.
right. And so who knows? I'm just thinking my immune system is like superpowered.
Yeah.
And as soon as I got it, it was like, I don't know.
If you don't have a shot, the next best thing is to have it and getting over it. And
Yeah.
having
So
your-
that's really interesting, and it's
It
more
is.
just curiosity for people. I mean, no doctor is saying like you need to go out and
Right,
get your
right.
vaccination.
But I have people on here
levels.
asking, do you test for the anti?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what they want to know,
Right.
so that
And
you
so the
feel
test-
like you're safer.
Right, and so the test can tell you if you've had previous exposure, if you're still carrying antibodies from your exposure. Anything below 0.8, you're no longer protected on your own. So it's above 0.8 and 250 is where you're protected. So you can gauge your own antibodies if you like, if you're worried about the vaccine. Some people aren't, they're just like, vaccinate me even if I've got it. I'll be, but I'm a little too leery for
Well,
that.
yeah.
But anyway, it's just
No,
like,
fine. No, it's
it's
good. It's good.
like a science
Another
project.
thing,
Yeah, very
sorry.
interesting. Go ahead.
Well, another thing to add with that, Rick, is that I believe the vaccines are 95% effective.
Right.
So what about the 5% of the people that have their vaccines but then still get COVID?
Mhm.
And I think those numbers are, we'll see those
Yeah.
percentages of effectiveness
Which we-
change. But if you're immune compromised and this is something that's really scary to you, at least you can go in and figure out where you are as far as your immunity levels.
Well, and we did just have somebody that had both. They were 2 weeks out from their vaccination and they got COVID. So it would have been really interesting to have tested their numbers
Uh-huh.
and to see if something like there's some theory that people with autoimmune disease, if the vaccine isn't going to do the same for them. Anyway, we're kind of getting a lot of that right now.
So did you guys because you bought this, how long ago did you start this?
Well, it's a franchise. We didn't start it, but we bought it in 2018, right?
Yeah.
August
Right.
of 2018.
So this has been kind of a crazy year to have this. Because you're really probably more about COVID than is legally possible.
Well, we started testing in December, and that's all you do all day is you answer the phone, and then we do COVID reporting for travel every night, which I will say is not the most fun part of this because every night you're at home. Where's the report? Where's the report? I know someone's flying out tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock to see their ill father in India, and you're sitting there at 10 at night and like, please come in, please come in. So it's pretty stressful, but
So you guys send them out?
Yeah, we stayed
send them
up
out and
as
then-
late as 1:30, I think is the latest we stayed up.
that's the
We
latest.
haven't had anybody miss a flight yet, knock on wood.
Seriously?
Well,
Yeah, we haven't had one.
we had one because of the ice storm.
Okay.
FedEx lost a package in the ice storm, but
Well, that's beyond your control.
that's God's fault.
Yeah.
He gets to take the blame on that.
yeah. So usually they come in sometime after 5, usually before 8. But yeah, it's a really cool service to provide for people, and basically ever since COVID started, it was really slow for a few months. But then once we started to do COVID testing for travel, it's brought our business up because people are in the door. Because before COVID, people are like, "What are you? We never heard of you
Yeah.
before."
Why would we want to do that?
Yeah.
But now everybody wants to do it. You guys do like what's that DNA test where you go
Yeah.
back? You guys do that kind of
Yeah,
stuff?
we do that too.
Yeah, we do that too. That
Tell
is
them
Mine
not.
39 or
Tell them
something.
they also do, I think, the peekaboo.
The peekaboo is fun, sneak peek. So people can come in at 7 weeks and find out what gender they're having. This is crazy, but we do a ton of the prenatal paternity. So I don't know, I didn't realize how often people needed that information, but we do a lot of those where they come in to find out who's the father and
And
for various
sometimes there's
different
multiple
pieces.
possible fathers that come
Yeah,
in.
yeah, because the
Um,
DNA.
Yeah.
We
You see everything.
We
Yeah.
see a lot.
Yeah.
We see a
Well,
lot.
And we don't judge.
Your
Yes.
food, that's right.
I'll bring it.
Your food's here. So you guys, they're having some food. And again, you guys can win one of two $50 gift cards provided by both.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh my God.
I'll put the wings by you.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna eat with that?
These are their very famous wings. Everybody that when I came in here, they said, "Did you get the wings? Did you get the wings?"
Oh my goodness.
This is fuss, right?
But yes, fuss and cheese.
Fuss and cheese, which if you haven't figured that out, I had to ask.
Fusilli
Yeah,
pasta.
It's got the little red things. I think they're a little bit of flaming hot Cheetos. They're crunched up.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
Oh my God.
So, but they're not. It's not hot. It's just a little.
And then
just a little.
There is fish and chips.
And these are lager fries, I believe.
Well, and Todd, are these wings smoked?
Yes, they're smoked.
That's a big difference, right?
Yeah, they smoke them and then they put them in the fridge and then they deep fry them to heat them up.
Yeah.
And then they
God.
cook the sauce in a saucepan and then they put the sauce over the top. Or put
Okay.
those in the, yeah.
Michelle, you eat here a lot. She says the wings are to die for.
Well, talk about the
Okay.
smoked thing. Why was that so? Because I'm not a wing person.
You don't see a lot of them that are
Yeah,
smoked.
It's a lot of extra work, but it's okay. It's just what it is.
A lot of them just come frozen and they just
Yeah.
dump them in the fryer and then they just throw sauce on them.
Well, you can tell they're chefs because everything is really presented beautifully.
Oh my gosh, it is.
And I did have their coleslaw, and I love coleslaw, and it is delicious.
Okay, that's.
I'm glad I worked out today.
Yeah. Stephanie also owns a gym. That's why she wants to do food shows.
Yeah.
And these are the French fries here.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
lager something, I think. Or something.
Is that bacon?
Yeah, bacon.
It's like a
cheese.
It's like a French
Bacon
fry nacho.
cheese. Yeah.
Because only someone
That's-
who's a logger can burn enough calories.
Yeah, exactly.
To eat this.
That's
Yeah.
like a meal for
They
a
say the
family.
average lager you eat 10,000 calories a day, or have to eat
Oh, yeah.
10,000 calories a day. So they
Oh,
they
yeah.
had the camp cooks had to be the best camp cooks ever
Mm-hmm.
back in the day.
My grandma, that
Yeah, she a camp cook.
my great grandma lived here.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Take the hand.
Okay, it's all been the story. Her grandmother was a camp cook, and that's how she met her grandfather.
That's how my grandfather and grandmother met. They were in Marcola, then they moved over here to Glenbrook in the 20s, and she was a camp cook and he was a logger.
So yeah, same with my grandma.
Yeah.
And well, but back in, you said 25 years ago, 40 years ago, Monroe was
Yeah.
kind of booming.
Yeah.
Because my great grandma lived here,
Yeah.
Inga, and so we used to come swim in the community pool. And I remember it was there was kind of a lot going on there.
Yeah.
You know, like all those sweet old fashioned
Oh,
towns.
Those days are back.
That's good. Yeah.
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 All right, you guys, I'm going to leave you alone so you can eat and talk. This was super fun.
Yeah.
I like this new way of doing things. It's kind of fun. All right, you guys, so thank you.
Thank you.
Give them a little wave.
This place is beautiful.
Thank you.
All right, so again, you guys, I'm going to close you out here so you know what's going on. So two $50 gift cards. And what you got to do to get those is go on Any Lab Test Now Eugene, and I'll put the link on there if one of you guys wants to. Go on there, like their page, and then write something about why you want the gift card to the restaurant. So again, I'm Rick Dancer. Tomorrow we will be doing some stuff with the Scouts around 1 o'clock. We're going to be putting flags for Memorial Day on veterans' graves out at West 11th Cemetery. We'll be out there with them. Then tomorrow night we have another food giveaway. This is for veterans. We're going to give away chicken dinners to the VFW on the weekend. So we'll tell you more about that. How late are they open? Food makes me want to head out right now. Excuse me, how late are you open tonight? Todd, how late are you guys open tonight?
9 o'clock.
They're open till 9 o'clock. So somebody said that looks so good. How late they're open? I could head out right now. Well, you're not getting any ours, just so you know, Tom. So you can come out and order your own, but you can't get any of ours. All right, have a good night, you guys. We'll see you later, and show a little love to the restaurants in your life. They need it right now.